When did it end? Well, I believe I took my last flight in 2003.
Now, I want you to pay close attention to his hands and the way that he moves his head right here.
Flight in 2003.
Now, you can see he's fidgeting with his fingers, another atypical behavior for Bill Clinton. He's also continuing to lower his chin. And he's also phrasing this in a very interesting way. I believe my last flight with him was 2003. That's not what he asked. He asked when the last time he interacted with Epstein was. So he's already framing this in a way that is not answering the question directly. And he's closing his fingers off right there. This is a more defensive posture. He's looking down. He's got his hands closed. We're continuing to get a lot of defensiveness from Bill Clinton.
Now, later, I became aware of some involvement he had in the first Clinton Global Initiative, but it was much later.
Why did your...
You see, he never answered the question directly there. He didn't say when the actual last time they interacted was. He just said when the last flight was supposed to be. So it's a very, very careful way of phrasing this. And he's somebody that is extremely careful with language. If you recall, if you're someone who lived through Clinton's administrations, he talked about what the definition of the word is. So he's someone that's very careful with his language.
When did you first learn of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes?
I think in 2008 when he was prosecuted. There's nothing that I saw when I was around him.
Now, there's so little emphasis to this when he's saying there's nothing that I saw that was around him. His hand is moving a little bit. But as I've said before, he's someone that tends to have big body language. And we see that at times when he's feeling really emphatic about something. He shows you right now he's looking down. He's got his chin tucked in as he had before. He's moving as little as possible. There's a lot of signs of deception right here.
There's nothing that I saw when I was around him that made me realize he was trafficking women. And I never...
Trailed off again. And I never... stopped talking right there. This is the second time he's had to do this, where he's about to say something else and has to cut himself off.
When I was around him, it made me realize he was trafficking women, and I never...
You'll also notice he uses the word women instead of girls. I think that's very interesting.
Can you briefly, for the record, describe the nature and extent of your relationship with Miss Maxwell?
Yes, it was. It lasted longer and was more extensive than my relationship with